Why is Nike so subdued on posting anything or promoting much around like these big moments around Caitlin Clark?
Caitlin Clark is a superstar globally.
Nike seems to be continuing to fumble the bag when it comes to Caitlin.
She stayed quiet for months. No public scenes, no outbursts, just stats, record-setting games, and packed arenas.
Nike, you guys don't dictate to us who the face of the league is. The consumer does that. The viewer does that. And the viewers and the consumers are telling you that Caitlin Clark is the face of this league.
But now everything's reaching a breaking point. Just minutes ago, insiders close to Caitlin Clark confirmed what fans have been saying. She might be finished with Nike for good. While Clark was making history and pulling women's basketball onto the world stage,
Caitlin Clark is on their roster so that she's not competing against them. And a lot of people are saying, oh, this is why Nike are failing. And I don't think it's necessarily a Caitlin Clark versus Aja Wilson thing. But it does seem like it's very clear Nike have decided that they can only promote one person at a time, and that Aja Wilson...
Nike stayed quiet. No custom shoe deal, no big ads, no real applause. Instead, they pushed their entire focus onto Aja Wilson. Flashy promos, bold clothing lines, a full-on campaign, while Caitlin got nothing.
Nike is a big company. Why is it that you can't endorse Caitlin Clark and Aja Wilson at the same damn time? See, I know why y'all don't want to, because it will be ridiculous and embarrassing.
The lack of respect is clear, and Clark's next step might be even louder. If what we're hearing is right, Nike's about to lose the biggest athlete women's basketball has ever had, and they've earned it.
She's my role model. I really look up to her.
Why do you like Caitlin?
She's so good at basketball.
Caitlin Clark never had to speak out. Her silence said more than words. While she was dominating the college scene, breaking viewership numbers, boosting the WNBA in her very first preseason game, and turning women's hoops into must-watch TV, Nike stayed silent.
Quiet.
WNBA fans point out Caitlin Clark's supposed lack of attention from Nike. Ain't no supposed to it. A lot of people noticed exactly what I did. How in the world, as it sets at 12:08 p.m. Central Time, has Nike, and at Nike Basketball, have they not posted a fudging thing, I almost just F-U-C-K'd it right here, thing about anything that happened during that game yesterday?
No shoe contract, no media push, no visible backing for the player now leading a new era in sports. And now, things behind the curtain are starting to fall apart.
There was the commercial that they showed, and they had somebody calling out, hyping up all the players, and there's like 10 players on the t-shirt, and they talked about 9 of them in the commercial and just ignored Caitlin Clark.
Insiders say Clark's team has been talking to other big brands, and Nike is no longer the top choice. This isn't about money, it's about being valued.
Nike seems to be continuing to fumble the bag when it comes to Caitlin. She still doesn't have a signature shoe. The merch is very limited that they put out for Caitlin Clark, and a lot of fans are wondering why. People want to buy Caitlin Clark things, and they especially want to buy Caitlin Clark Nike things.
While Clark was breaking records and packing stadiums, Nike's full attention was locked onto Aja Wilson. Loud reveals, custom kicks, big ads, Aja got the full spotlight and top-tier support.
Nike is tripping. The way they disrespect Caitlin Clark is a humble person, bro. She's very likable and she's very humble.
Caitlin, meanwhile, was kept waiting, even though she did what every brand dreams of, catching the entire country's attention. Fans caught on. Social media erupted when Nike launched Aja's shoe.
She hits her signature logo 3 from 36 feet. Yes, I said it. 36 feet. She was actually behind her signature logo that was on the court. Her jersey is in the rafters at that arena, and they also have a spot on the floor where she broke the NCAA scoring record. It's a 22 on the court, and that was one of her signature logo 3.
Not because people disliked the product, but because of who was left out. Comments poured in. Where's Caitlin's shoe? Why ignore the biggest basketball name today? And that online outrage turned into hard data.
Now, one of her lead sponsors that was noticeably quiet yesterday was Nike. And a lot of people were tweeting about this. They were wondering, why isn't Nike and Nike Basketball, why are none of their accounts saying anything about this?
But her recent rise in ads, praise, and full Nike support feels like more than celebration. It feels like a shift, a clear move away from Caitlin Clark, even though she's the most talked about name in sports right now.
Caitlin Clark is just different from everyone else.
It's crazy how one player can implement a change so massive. And that is Caitlin Clark.
The Indiana Fever are where they are because of Caitlin Clark. The WNBA is where it is because of Caitlin Clark. The Iowa situation is what it is because of Caitlin Clark.
And fans want answers. The timing couldn't be worse for Nike. Clark's WNBA debut got more viewers than LeBron's NBA preseason game.
Is it so hard to just put out a social media post promoting your star player? Globally, one of the faces of not only women's basketball, but of basketball as a whole.
Her college run broke viewership records. Her jersey sells out faster than stores can restock.
And for Nike to be trying to push her and put Caitlin Clark to the side is disrespectful, bruh. Caitlin Clark is a superstar globally. Asia Wilson is a star. She's a star in the league, but she's not a superstar. A superstar is known globally.
She's got the stats, the crowd, the pull, yet she's on the sidelines while Nike pours millions into someone else's promotion. Sources say Clark's team didn't rush this. They waited, watched, hoped Nike would step up. But silence stretched on. No ad, no launch, not even a word.
Asia Wilson should get all her credit, bruh. She should get her just due. Championship in high school, I believe. Championships in college. Championship in the pros. Defensive player of the year. Rookie of the year. MVPs. That woman should get all her credit.
Then came the final blow. Nike's big reveal of Aja Wilson's signature line. Right when Clark's media buzz was peaking, that was the moment everything changed.
It was a Wilson's on top. Can't take her spot.
That commercial right there, straight fire. That commercial right there, that's an Asia Wilson commercial. Y'all trying to pander to the black community.
Caitlin's worth isn't up for debate. It's proven. She's filling WNBA arenas, drawing in fresh fans, men, women, even kids, from places that never cared before. She's making highlight reels daily, with NBA stars reposting her clips and giving her shoutouts. Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, Luka Doncic, they've all shown love. So why isn't Nike stepping up? Some insiders blame brand politics. Others say it's a strategy issue, a fear of giving too much power to a rookie.
This is where everything went wrong. Nike and Steph had a meeting to discuss the deal, and in the meeting, one of the representatives of Nike kept calling Steph Stephon. It doesn't stop there. They were presenting him a PowerPoint presentation, and they left Kevin Durant's name on the PowerPoint and didn't even change it. They gave him the same one as KD. After that, Steph immediately declined and went with Under Armour. Last year, he signed a 10-year, $1 billion contract with his own brand called Curry Brand underneath Under Armour. Do have to say, though, a Nike Steph Curry basketball shoe probably would have went crazy.
But that's the old way of thinking, and Caitlin is changing the rules. She's not just another athlete waiting her turn. She is the turn. The one bringing all the attention, action, and money.
Opener.
The Fever Brazil game was quite a spectacle. Caitlin Clark launching her 36-foot bomb from her logo. So ESPN posted this today. LeBron and Clark. The Brazil Fever game came in at 1.3 million.
If Nike thought Clark would just sit and wait, they judged it all wrong. This isn't a basic deal talk anymore. It's a shift in power. Clark doesn't need Nike. She is the brand. And whoever signs her next won't just get a baller, they'll get a movement. The question isn't whether she's earned a signature deal. It's how badly Nike misjudged everything. While they pushed Aja Wilson's campaign hard, Clark's fans exploded online. From Iowa to Indiana, they showed up big. Sold out games, record views, and merch that crashes websites in minutes. She's not just selling, she's changing the whole game. And when an athlete reaches that level, she doesn't wait for offers. She picks who's worthy.
Actually sold out within the hour when it was announced, and people were lining up for over 3 hours before the game just to get into this arena. So to say that this game was highly anticipated and was hyped up would be an understatement. In their jerseys after the game, they were taking photos with her and the rest of the Indiana Fever, making TikToks on the floor, shooting from her signature logo spot.
Now, word is Adidas is cooking up a pitch we've never seen before for a women's player. Under Armour's also in the mix, exploring a full-on creative partnership based on Clark's image. And Puma? They're watching closely too. They've always chased bold athletes. Every brand now gets it. Whoever signs Caitlin Clark next won't just land a star, they'll own the loudest voice in women's sports. And Caitlin? She hasn't posted a thing about all this. No interviews, no shade.
This is the cue more than 2 hours before the game. Not even, if not, probably 4 figures amount of people are waiting outside already 2 hours before for everything to open up.
There were
$50.
14,998 people in attendance for this game, and the average reported ticket price was $650. Now, if you do the math here and you do 15,000 people times $650, that is almost $9.75 million just for a WNBA preseason game.
Just working hard, training, dominating, and letting her numbers talk for her. That silence, it's louder than any statement. It's the silence of someone who knows her value, who doesn't need to beg for recognition. She's already got the fans. She's already got the numbers. Now the industry has to come to her. If Nike thinks this will just blow over, they're wrong. The whole scene is changing, and at the center is a player who turned doubt into domination and is now flipping the power in a billion-dollar business.
The switch flipped.
I was Caitlin Clark, I would call my agent and I would have them get in touch with some lawyers, and I will be trying to get out of that Nike deal as fast as I can because they've been disrespectful.
Caitlin Clark isn't waiting for a logo to prove her greatness. She is the logo now, the one brands are chasing.
Caitlin Clark breaking the record at $440 per average ticket to get into this game. That record was rebroken and increased to $670 per ticket. Couldn't help myself. Haters, read it and weep.
Nike had a golden chance to support the brightest star women's hoops has ever had, and they blew it. While they spent big on others, Caitlin built a whole empire without them. Now, with brands lining up and fans rallying behind her, one thing's crystal clear. She doesn't need Nike to shine. She's already there. And if she walks for good, it won't just be a brand change. It'll go down as the biggest marketing failure in modern sports. Caitlin's not chasing history anymore. She is history. And now, everyone's watching.
This is just a really high quality team, I think. And I look forward to seeing the rest, as it looks like they just scored their 100th point of the game against Brazil. I do not believe the Chicago Sky did as well against Brazil as Indiana is right now.
It was an unbelievable game to watch on television. It looked great. The crowd was into it. It was fired up. Social media was fired up during the game.
This isn't just about shoes or sponsors anymore. It's about timing. It's about loyalty. It's about knowing a generational talent when the world hands you one. And Nike, they had her. But now that moment's slipping. Fast. Caitlin Clark didn't just show up, she showed out. She changed the game, shattered ceilings, and made history feel normal. If she walks, it won't just echo through sports. It'll echo through boardrooms, campaigns, and culture. Because this isn't just a player moving on. It's a movement moving forward. And no brand can stop what she's already started.
Caitlin Clark has the charisma. She has the personality, and she has the star power, and she has the statistics and the actual on-court talent to back everything up.
This is what the drawing power of a real star looks like.
Caitlin Clark's presence on the court is undeniable.
It's because her games are an actual event.
She's my role model. I really look up to her.
Caitlin Clark doesn't need anyone to crown her. The people already did. The arenas, the views, the sold-out gear. They've spoken louder than any deal ever could. And now the message is clear. The next chapter won't be about waiting. It'll be about choosing. Not who signs her, but who deserves her. Because when an athlete becomes the moment, the world doesn't shape her future. She does.
This team is going to break so many records this year. Attendance, viewership, merch sales, all of the things.
This was a preseason WNBA game. It is unbelievable what it is Caitlin Clark does.
Whenever Caitlin Clark takes the floor, that maybe is different not only from any player in the WNBA, but from any player in basketball.
You want somebody that is very well liked. You want somebody that can cross bridges, that really won't be loyal to specific alliances. Now, whether you think, Sue Bird, I feel like Sue Bird is, definitely going to be a, there will be some UConnism in there. Like, they're always going to probably get a little bit of love on this, and UConn produces plenty of great players, but this thing is UConn now, kind of.